welcome in to this week's live stream. I hope everybody's doing well. Today we're going to do who is thinking about you. This is a general reading. It's not going to resonate with every single one of you. You can always check your moon, rising, or Venus signs, or you can book a private reading with me through my website, which is linked down below in the description box. Hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I did get my sound issue worked out. And I also ended up having to get a new phone, which I haven't opened yet because I'm waiting for a phone case to arrive from Amazon. So I should have actually better video quality and sound quality next week. But yeah, let's get into it. We're of course going to start with our Aries collective. Let me just get your time stamp. Alrighty. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. This is going to be for Aries. Oh, you know what I keep forgetting is, sorry guys, to put the little signs here so you guys know what sign we're on. Let me fix the timestamp. All right. Aries, let's see who is thinking about you this weekend. Who is thinking about my Aries collective? So we do have a King of Cups here, Aries. Could be a water sign, does not have to be. Looks like there's somebody here who likes you, who's thinking about you. Okay. This is someone who is showing up as very emotionally secure, emotionally intelligent type of person. Okay. This could be somebody, yeah, who's like very mature, Aries. But somebody's definitely, I feel, you know what vision they're showing me right now is like, you know, in cartoons when like the person or animal's like heart is like beating outside of their chest. Someone's got a big crush on you, Aries. Getting that visual of like someone when they think about you, their heart starts beating faster. Oh my. Okay, let's see what else comes out. Tell me more about this person. The Sun. Okay, yeah, we have Leo energy showing up for you guys as well here. Somebody has very positive and optimistic thoughts towards you, Aries. Okay. This person, I do feel like they do have a very strong emotion towards you, whoever this is. Someone could have children here, Aries, either you or they do. But this is definitely an energy of someone who, when they think about you, there's like this really positive kind of emotion that comes over them. Let's see what the overall energy is between you. Hey, Aries, you got a crush on someone here? Sorry, your card fell on the floor. We have the Ace of Cups. This is giving crush energy. This is like somebody new in your life, Aries, who is obviously very interested in you. Okay. And as I said that, they're like, look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Page of Pentacles. This is like somebody that you're interested in as well. So this is someone who, when you think about them, you also feel this kind of like emotional pull towards this person. Tell me more, please. Okay, we have the Eight of Pentacles. For some of you guys, this could be somebody that you work with or somebody who you share hobbies or interests with, okay? It also feels, Aries, like even though this is a fairly new connection that's showing up for you, it's somebody who, you know, you guys have you both have very down-to-earth, grounded, kind of realistic expectations of the relationship with each other. How do you see this person, Aries? You see them as the 10 of Pentacles. We also have the 7 of Wands here. So this person, Aries, is showing up as someone who's very family oriented. Okay. They're definitely someone who's very like protective of the people that they love. I think this is a quality in them that you really like. Like this person, they are the type to, you know, look out for their family, look out for their friends, look out for the people that they love. And so there's like a really positive quality here in this person that you're just like, I really like that about them. You know, they care about the people they love. It's like something about the way that they treat the people that they care most about in their life is really standing out to you here. How are they viewing you? They view you as the hermit. Okay, you could have Virgo in your chart. You don't have to. When someone's viewing you as the hermit, Aries, they could be viewing you as a little shy, which is quite interesting because, you know, Aries is far from shy energy. Really depends on the rest of your chart. But Aries, I feel like you're one of those people that when you like somebody, you become a little bit shy. You become a little bit reserved. You're not your usual chatty self. You may not, you know, come off as your usual confident self. Again, it's just because, you know, when you like someone, you kind of like, you just turn a little bit more shy. And it's not to say that you're always going to be like that. Um, but the thing that this person doesn't notice about you, Aries, is you're very chatty. So even though you're shy, you're someone who comes off as very intelligent to this person. Okay, you like to talk a lot, and they like that about you. So it's like, you know, they see this kind of shy, reserved side of you, but then you also like reflect on things. Like when you speak, Aries, you're not just speaking whatever comes to your mind. You don't just have no filter. You actually reflect on what you're going to say before you say it. And you think before you speak, you know? And you're really coming off to this person as someone who's very wise, a little spiritual as well. And again, like this person's very focused on you. Um, they think about you a lot. And, you know, you may also be someone, Aries, who likes to spend a lot of your time alone in your own energy. Like that's really valuable to you. So this person really appreciates when you take the time to talk to them. I'm feeling like this is someone you talk to on the phone, talk with on the phone a lot, Aries. Like there's something about you guys having a lot of conversations. So I don't know if you guys are like talking on the phone or texting a lot, but there's definitely like a lot of conversation being exchanged here. And again, we have this lot of ace energies. This is speaking is to me is something that could be fairly new. How do you feel? How does Aries feel, please? The Seven of Swords. You don't fully trust the situation right now, Aries. Why don't you trust it? Aries, this could be you having trust issues or just using a lot of discernment um, at this time, and maybe that's why you're not saying too much to this person or why you're not revealing too much about yourself yet. It's like you really want to like this person to earn your trust, okay? And it feels like, you know, because it almost feels like this person does show up as very expressive. Like the conversations you guys are having, you know, you're expressing a lot. Like they're very expressive. Um, you know, and it's like this person showing up as very generous, just wanting to give you a lot of attention. So there could be a little bit of suspicion surrounding that energy. And for some of you guys, this person's love language might be gift giving. So, or like giving you their time and attention, right? So there's almost like this energy of, okay, well, you're giving me a lot of time and attention right now, but is it always going to be this way? You know, I think that some of you guys have had experience with being love bombed in the past. And so you're not fully trusting the situation yet. In their feelings, we have the strength card. They have a lot. Okay, so strong Leo energy is showing up here, first of all. So definitely like some of you are dealing with a Leo or someone with a lot of Leo in their chart. But in this person's feelings, they actually have a lot of confidence that this connection is going to work out. So it does feel like they're being quite genuine here when it comes to, you know, them expressing themselves. I do think that this person is just comfortable, you know, because they're showing up as the King of Cups, Aries. It's like this person's emotionally secure enough within themselves to be able to express things, you know, like they're willing to express. A lot of people don't have that emotional security that they need in order to express themselves, right? But this person does. And we also have the Justice card here as well. I think this person has really positive feelings towards you. Again, it does feel very new. So There's not like a ton of emotion showing up, but there's definitely like crush energy here. And I do feel like this person, they're being honest with you. Like when they speak, they're speaking from their heart. They're speaking from with confidence, okay? But you guys also may not be used to very confident people. Like you're dealing with someone who's extremely confident here. Let's see what their intention is. The Seven of Cups, okay. The King of Wands. Okay, so Aries, I do feel like you have someone here who they're also a little, it's not that they are not trusting the situation, it's just they do wear their heart on their sleeve, Aries, and they're kind of wondering like, are they imagining this feeling? Okay. The thing is, because they're so like comfortable with their emotions, they may tend to fall for people really fast. And I feel like someone's trying to stay in control of their feelings right now. But I do feel like someone wants to take you on a really nice date or buy you a gift, and they're trying to figure out like what they can do here. Someone's in the process of planning something. Let's see what the outcome is. The Knight of Cups. This person is pursuing you, Aries. I do feel like, again, you're about to get asked out on a date, or this person's going to show you through consistent action that they care. Yeah, there's an offer coming in. You got 3 freaking aces here, Aries. There's like a new relationship that's starting to turn into something that has a lot of potential here. I don't see anything that you would that would cause you to not trust this person. So to me, that lack of trust that you're experiencing with the 7 of Swords is probably just because you've never like been with somebody who treated you this good. So I do feel like, with the intention and the outcome, there is an offer coming in here, Aries. In fact, this person, it doesn't feel like their relationship's moving too fast, but it's like they're pretty sure that they're on the right track with this. It feels like they're going to do something really, really nice for you. You got somebody who is taking the lead here, Aries. So that's what I got. We have strong Leo energy, we have Libra, and we have Virgo. All right, next is going to be Taurus. Be off to a good start here, you guys. Okay. For my Taurus collective. Who's thinking about Taurus right now? King of Cups again. Okay, if you guys have Aries in your chart, you may want to check out the Aries reading. They also got this card in as their first card. So once again, the King of Cups is somebody who's very emotionally mature. This is someone who has a lot of emotional security. This is someone who knows what they want. They're emotionally available, which is really important, Taurus, especially in this day and age of dating. There's a lot of people out here who are not emotionally available, but I'm getting that this person is. Okay, we have the Page of Swords here. This is someone who you're either getting to know, Taurus, or someone who is actively like watching you, trying to get to know you through learning things about you. And for a lot of you guys, this person could be learning about you through stalking your social media and watching you online, seeing the type of things that you post. I'm also sensing that this person is like looking through the people you follow, or like the types of accounts you follow. And they're not doing it in a way that's like stalkerish, they're doing it in a way so they can kind of like get to know like what type of accounts do you follow on social media? What are you interested in? There's this like they want to come up with topics that you guys can talk about together. They want to be able to talk about things that interest you. They want to learn about the things that interest you, that really spark your curiosity here. What's the energy between you guys? Damn, we have the Star here. Star card, Aquarius energy showing up. And also the Seven of Pentacles. It does feel like there's a lot of inspiration here. So again, this person, they're looking at the types of accounts you follow. They're really interested in learning about you. They're actually really inspired by you. And you as well, you're also inspired by this person. And it almost feels like you two, have this kind of energy of looking for that partner who is, that divine counterpart, that wish fulfillment energy, Taurus. And with the Seven of Pentacles here, it's like you're truly both wanting to invest in each other. Yeah, this is so cute. Hopefully we're going to get a lot of good readings this week. How do you see this person, Taurus? As the King of Pentacles, okay? This person is showing up to you as someone who's stable, Taurus, someone who's grounded, someone who's reliable, okay? The Tower. This person can have a bit of a short fuse at times, Taurus. Their personality could confuse you a little bit because they do seem like someone who's very grounded, but there's certain things here, we have Scorpio energy here as well, there's certain things that may kind of set them off, or there may be something that you find out about this person that was kind of shocking to you. So, you may view this person as someone who is very grounded, stable, level-headed, and then say you find out one of their hobbies is like something that seems very chaotic, and it's almost like it doesn't match their personality. It's like you find out this person, I'm trying to think, of like they seem like someone who's very calm, grounded, level-headed, and then you find out they really enjoy freaking skydiving or something like that. Like there's just something shocking you're about to find out about this person. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing, Taurus. It's just something that kind of surprises you. How do they see you? They see you as the Eight of Cups. Okay, why the Eight of Cups, please? The Ace of Cups. So this person, Taurus, they're feeling like you're kind of giving them mixed messages. I don't know if you are, but they're definitely kind of viewing this connection as like one minute you seem emotionally invested or you seem interested, and then the next minute they're like, does Taurus even like me? So they're kind of feeling this mixed message type of energy coming from you. How do you feel about them, Taurus? Anxious. Oh, you are kind of anxious and weighed down here. So there's something. Okay, so maybe whatever this thing that you found out about this person, Taurus, has kind of got you like second guessing. Because I do see it, you like them, but there's something here that's like causing a little bit of anxiety, causing a little bit of friction in the relationship. Something's weighing on you emotionally about this person, Taurus. And I feel like it's something that you might have found out that's a little bit shocking. So whatever you find out here, and like I said, it may not necessarily be something bad, but it might be something that you just don't really like about this person, which, Taurus, we can't, it's almost impossible to find someone that you like every single thing about them, It is. It's very hard. There's always going to be something that you don't like about a person. Your friends, your family, your partner, So I do feel like this is something that seems like a big enough deal to you that it's causing you a lot of anxiety and stress, though. What is this thing? That's why they're getting mixed messages, because you do like them, but there is something here that's kind of speaking to you. I feel like, okay, yeah, but what? Taurus. They could be like, again, super great, grounded, super stable, but then there's something about them that feels a little bit reckless. Okay. And so what I'm getting, Taurus, is like, say something they like to do feels very risky to you. And again, it seems inconsistent with their personality. So this is stressing you out a little because, again, say I'm going to go with that like skydiving example. Maybe you're someone who's terrified of that and you're like, well, that's really dangerous. Like I've heard lots of horror stories about that. So it's almost like, you don't like the fact that you care about this person, but they keep putting their, life at risk for there's like something very risky that they like to do. Okay. And so I do see you being a little bit like disappointed in this and wondering, okay, well, I really like this person, but you know, I'm going to have to deal with the fact that they do this thing or they like this thing. How do they feel about Taurus? We have the Justice card. You're someone who's showing up to them as very balanced. Okay. They do feel like this connection will keep them in balance, or that this connection is a very like balanced connection. They see you as someone who is fair, someone who treats people well. Okay. You also speak your truth, but they also are feeling like there's something you're not telling them, which I guess they're not wrong, because there is something here that it's on your mind. It's giving you, again, this kind of fear, this anxiety, or like overthinking. And it's like this person, they have so many of these qualities that you really like, but then there just seems to be this kind of one thing about them. And you're just like, well, if they just didn't do this, or if they just did do that, or like they may have a bad habit or something, Taurus, that you're just like, why would someone like you like that thing or do that thing? Hold on, I had a bunch of cards fly out. Let's see what their intention is. What is this person's intention towards Taurus? The Queen of Wands. This person could be a little bit promiscuous, Taurus, okay? For some of you guys, I feel like this person, they want like an open relationship or something, and you're not really okay with that, because they are showing up as someone who's either like promiscuous or just very like sexually free, okay? Or someone who's like, well, I don't like jealous people, Taurus. So, when I go out and I hang out with my friends and I talk to people of the opposite sex or whatever, depending on their orientation, they may go somewhere where it feels like that, like for example, say you have someone and they like to go to like the club or the strip club or something every weekend. There's like just something about them that you're like, why do you have to do that thing? Or why do you have to like that thing? But they do intend to impress you and try to win you over here. But it's like they also don't want to change for you. So it's a little bit of a tricky situation here, Taurus. The outcome, we do have the Emperor and the Seven of Wands. So again, Taurus really feels like somebody, they would make a good partner, but they won't budge on. There's something they won't budge on here. There's something they're not budging on. So again, it's like you guys found out about something. You don't particularly like this thing about this person, but everything else is good. So it feels like you kind of have to figure out, if this is worth you pursuing or not. So that's what I got. We have Aries, Libra, Pisces, Scorpio, and Aquarius. Let me shuffle these really good. Okay. Next we have Gemini. All right, Gemini. Who is currently, sorry guys, I'm itchy. Who's currently thinking about Gemini? We have the moon here. A Cancer, perhaps. There's somebody who doesn't want you to know that they're thinking about you. Okay. Tell me more about this. Yeah, someone doesn't want you to know that they're thinking about you. Oops. Sorry. Sorry, person who's thinking about Gemini. You are being exposed right now. You're the Magician. 9 of Cups wanted to come out as well. Gemini, Aries energy here. Okay. Wow. So there's somebody who may want to make a move on you. They don't want you to know. This is weird. So Gemini, it almost feels like somebody's trying to manifest you, but like from behind the scenes. You may have you may have a witch thinking about you, Gemini. You may have someone who is trying to manipulate the energy surrounding the situation that you and them are in. Or you, for some of you guys, I feel like you may not even be aware who this person might be. Okay. Because I feel like someone, we just had the new moon in Aries yesterday. Um, Someone is trying to manifest you using the moon, is what I'm getting here. This energy. Let's see, who is this person? Like, what's the energy between you? The Tower and the Star. Wow, lots of major arcanas here. Gemini, we have Scorpio and Aquarius energy. There could be a situation where something went a little off between you and someone. I'm seeing like, shit hit the fan here, Gemini. But it looks like both of you are trying to heal. You and someone are trying to heal from something. So this could be someone you know who they are. But I feel like, instead of like actually taking action towards you and trying to come towards you to heal something, it almost feels like they're trying to manipulate the energy surrounding the situation. Okay. How do you see this person? This is someone who may have walked away from you recently, or someone that you walked away from. For some of you guys, there's somebody that you're losing interest in here. I feel like they're trying to work with energy, work with the moon to try to get you back, Gemini, or to try to get your interest again. Tell me more. You can't trust this person. This person did something, Gemini. This person either lied to you or betrayed you in some way. So what it feels like is that somebody can't come, like they can't come back from something that happened here. So it's almost like something happened. You don't trust this person anymore. You don't want to look back. You don't want to forgive them. However, they want you back. So some of you guys, be careful, because I'm seeing you're dealing with somebody who knows how to manipulate energy here. Gemini, as long as you are protected, your energy is protected, then people cannot do any harm to you here. But you know what's so funny? I just split the deck. You can't see it now, but this is where I split the deck. The Devil and the Emperor. Someone's definitely trying to work with some sort of energy manipulation to get you back. They know that they can't say anything. They know they can't say anything. They can't do anything to try to get you back, because they went and fucked up the whole situation between you and them by either, betraying your trust in some way. So it feels like they're relying on, using energy manipulation or magic to try to change the situation. They can't change what they did. They know you don't trust them. How do they see you? Temperance. They know you're trying to heal from this. You're trying to heal from this. Okay, Gemini, and they're also seeing you as the High Priestess. So you've gone silent on someone. This is someone you're not in communication with right now, Gemini. How do you feel? Eight of Swords in your feelings. Hold on, one of the cards flew over there. The Wheel of Fortune. So Gemini, it feels like you're kind of overthinking the situation right now. Like something just happened. It feels very fresh. And I do see you kind of going in circles in your mind about like why something happened. But then I also feel like there's something you found out, something got exposed here, or something's about to, okay? Depending on, there's lots of you watching, so you're all in different timelines. But I do feel like you guys are really grateful to have found out. You almost feel like your spirit guides showed you the truth about something, and as much as it hurts, you're really glad that you saw this, because it helped you be able to move in a more positive direction. Okay, so although it doesn't feel good initially, whatever you found out here, you're still in your head about it. It's like you feel like, damn, I'm glad I found that out before things went too far. You know, how does this person feel? You ghosted, Gemini. You either ghosted or you like just completely cut this person off. Um, I do feel like they are trying to stay optimistic about the situation. This person seems pretty damn sure that they're going to be able to get you back, Gemini. Yeah, this is interesting. Somebody thinks they're going to get you back because why are they so positive, like optimistic about the situation? Hmm. They feel pretty damn certain that they're going to be able to get you back in their, or get back in your good graces again, rather. What's their intention here? It feels like there's some sort of betrayal involved. Their intention is a Three of Pentacles. They want to, they would like to come to some sort of compromise with you, Gemini. Okay. They want to negotiate with you. That's their intention here, to try to negotiate something, to try and get you to compromise with them. They're trying to figure out a way where it's like, they're going to be like, well, Gemini, I know I messed up, but how about this? So again, I definitely see them trying to like negotiate some sort of deal towards you. We have the Ace of Cups here as well. So I do feel like this person's going to come in and eventually try to have a new beginning with you. Right now, all they can do is kind of like work with the energy because, they don't have access to you. The outcome is them not being able to let you go and trying to come up with some sort of plan to get you back. So that's what I got. We have Leo, Cancer, Gemini, Aries, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Pisces, Sagittarius. Lots of signs here today. All right, next will be Cancer. Let me just give these a good shuffle. Thank you to everybody who's hitting that like button. Started early today, you guys. I woke up so early. I'm waking up super early these days. Okay. Get your timestamp. Okay, Cancer. Who is currently thinking about Cancer right now, please? Who's thinking about Cancer? Okay, also a contradictory energy here. We have the Knight of Wands and the Two of Cups. Actually, what I'm picking up from here, Cancer, is there's someone who feels like you and them would make a really good couple. There's someone who wants to explore the connection with you, or there's someone who you are currently exploring a connection with. Yeah, you got someone who likes you here, Cancer. It feels like this is like somebody you're aware of, though. It feels like someone you are currently exploring a connection with. There's some excitement here, passion, chemistry, and not just like sexual chemistry. I'm feeling like an emotional chemistry coming from this energy. What's the energy between you and this person, Cancer? So this is someone you're currently maybe in a talking stage with. Okay. This doesn't necessarily speak to me as someone you're in a full-blown relationship with, because the Nine of Pentacles is showing up as like the energy between you is that you're both very single right now, okay? You both could be people who have a lot of responsibility in your life. Okay. You might both be business owners. You're both people who are, if you're not business owners, I feel like you're very highly respected in your field of work, your career. Um, you're both like showing up as very alpha energy. Okay, so it's almost like, you got two people. This could either show up as like a power struggle energy, or this is like two people who really build and like build a legacy together. Okay, really like encourage each other's growth. But I'm definitely feeling a lot of alignment here between you and this person. How do you see them, Cancer? How do you see this person? It's definitely a connection that you are feeling like is worth exploring. Yes, the Fool card. We have Aries energy here, Gemini energy. Okay, so yeah, this is like this feels fairly new as well, Cancer. So again, you're probably like a talking stage with this person. Feels like you're just kind of not really thinking too far ahead. The energy's very light, very new. Just taking one day at a time here with this person. The Eight of Swords. They could be tied up in a lot of things. They could be tied up in a situation right now, Cancer. Which I feel like, I don't feel it. For some of you, it could be why things haven't really panned out yet. This person's like really caught up in things going on in their life. But for others of you, it could just be that you see this person as someone who overthinks a lot, someone who has like a lot of mental limitations. And it's kind of interesting, contradictory, because there's like part of this person's personality that doesn't overthink things, is very free spirited, is like, life is worth the risk, you only live once. Like, I feel like they're very philosophical. But then there are like certain things about them where you're like, it seems like kind of a mental limitation. So, it's funny because it's almost like there's certain thoughts that they have that don't really match the rest of their personality. How they see you, Cancer, damn. They see you as the Queen of Wands. This person is very, very attracted to you. They see you as someone who's very confident, okay, talented. You kind of like have a lot of sexual energy around you as well, Cancer. Like there's something about your energy that's just like, you have a lot, like your sacral chakras very active. So even if you're not trying to be like hot, it's almost like everything you do to this person is hot, Maybe you're just like doing something totally normal and they're like, damn, Cancer looks really hot doing that. Like there's something about you that this person's like extremely attracted to. And we have the Six of Swords energy here as well. Okay. So even though you have this kind of intense magnetism about you, you also have this very calming presence about you as well. So, you're somebody who is very hot, but you're also very humble. You're also someone like they see you as someone who likes to help others, someone who cares about other people. You're not the type of person who thinks you're better than anyone. You're hot but humble, which is like the best combination because everyone, why does everyone expect like hot people to be assholes, right? But you're not. You're not, and I don't think most hot people are assholes. I just think just people in general can be assholes. Doesn't really have anything to do with if you are good looking or not. Maybe for some people, because sometimes people base so much value on their looks and their physical attraction, and they think because they're hot that makes them better than other people. But you're showing up as someone who is very attractive, Cancer, but also like very kind. It's like you got pretty privilege, but this person doesn't see it as that like you get what you want because you're attractive. They see it as you get what you want because you're a kind soul. You have just like a good energy about you. This person really likes your energy, Cancer. How do you feel? Sorry, how does Cancer feel? The Magician. Okay. Beautiful. We have strong desire here. You feel like you manifested this person, Cancer. Almost feels like they check off a lot of your boxes here. You know, they have a good kind of combination of things that you look for in a partner. Lots of excitement, lots of desire, lots of attraction here. I love this. You're ready to, you know, move forward with this. Again, even though you're both showing up as single here, I think that this connection is something that you already know you want to explore. You just maybe you're not wanting to like rush. I feel like, you know, when you're pretty sure about someone, you're not in a rush to make anything official. You're okay taking things slow because you already know that this person is what you want. How do they feel? How do they feel, please? In terms of their emotions, Cancer, you do feel like they could be a little bit confused about their emotions. Why? So this is interesting. I feel like this person feels a strong pull towards you. Yes, because there's a strong physical attraction, but there's something deeper here. Something on a subconscious level that's really pulling this person towards you. And they may be experiencing confusion because they don't fully understand what this energy is, you know? But it does, I don't know if they would use these words, but it almost feels like this is a very like divine connection. This is something that is pulling this person towards you and they don't understand it. Cancer, you just got the Midas touch, you know? You just have a very strong magnetic energy around you. And this person's like, what is Cancer like doing to me? Because they feel like a strong pull towards you. And it's like everything is telling this person to go for this, but then they're just like, what is this feeling? I don't think this person's ever felt before what they feel for you. What's their intention? The Four of Cups. Why? So it feels like this person is ready to start rejecting other offers here. I was worried in the beginnings when I saw that Knight of Wands. I was like, are they a player? They're definitely someone who's out here talking to others and exploring the connection, but I feel like they're kind of realizing that, you know, you're the one that they want to be with. I feel like this person is being very patient with this connection as well. Again, there's like, it's like neither of you are feeling like this is something that needs to be rushed. What's the outcome for this week? The Ace of Pentacles, but it looks like you might not be single for long, Cancer. Okay, might not be single for long. Looks like there's an offer coming in from this person. So it starts by them kind of like clearing their roster here. You might have been dealing with someone who was, I wouldn't say they were a player, but you know, when you're just dating casually, you're not exclusive to one person. You're not putting all your eggs in one basket. It's kind of that energy. And it feels like this person's wanting to come in and make a solid offer for you this week. So we have a Libra, Sagittarius, Cancer, Gemini, Aries. All right, next up is going to be Leo. Hi, Debbie. I just saw your message, which disappeared, so I didn't see what you wrote. Hello, Leo, babe. Hi, Sarah. Okay, guys. Four, 444 on the timestamp. Hello, guys. I can't see the chat because the phone's above my head, but I do see it periodically when I stand up to check the timestamp. So let's see. Who is thinking about Leo? Who is thinking about Leo? 8 of Wands. Somebody wants to talk to you, Leo. Somebody's really excited about you. Somebody's excited about talking to you. There's somebody who may want to come see you. Someone want to get in their car and come drive to you, or get in their motorcycle, according to this card. For some of you guys, you might live in the desert, or someone might live in the desert here. Tell me more. I'm hearing the song Ride by Lana Del Rey. I don't know if that's like relevant to anybody. The devil could be dealing with a Capricorn. Someone who's kind of obsessed with you here, Leo. Somebody really wants to come see you. They don't want to wait. I feel like someone's getting a little impatient. Could be long distance for some of you. Somebody's getting impatient. The thing is, somebody wants to come see you, Leo. But it's like they have this attachment to you. It's like it's almost like they need to see you. Like they need to see you. Like it feels a little bit I would say unhealthy, but possibly a little bit of an unhealthy attachment here with the devil. What's the energy between you and this person? Oh, this is somebody that you may be avoiding. Okay, maybe it is a little toxic, Leo. There's someone who you're avoiding, someone who you're not speaking to. There's lots of confusion surrounding this connection, Leo. Okay. Somebody is feeling like they don't want to be ignored anymore. Someone's pissed that you're ignoring them. But this relationship feels like it's causing too much confusion for you. Too much analyzing, too much overthinking here. And it feels like to you, it's almost like this person or this connection brings a lot of emotional instability into your life. They're watching you, Leo. You may have a little bit of a stalker on your hands here. How do you see them? You see them as someone who's not cooperating. So for some of you guys, you may try to set a boundary with someone and they may not be respecting your boundaries. You may have told this person, I don't want to see you. I don't want to hear from you. And it's almost like, I don't like this, especially this energy of them wanting to just show up at your house or show up at your work or something like that. Tell me more about this. This is shady. You see them as being very attached to you. This is someone who doesn't want to let you go, Leo, despite the fact that you've told them that you don't want to see them, don't want to hear from them. You may have blocked this person on several accounts. You are trying to set strong boundaries and distance yourself from this person. But the more that you push them away, the more obsessive they're kind of becoming here. How do they see you? They think that you're the person that they're supposed to be with. They see you as the one that they want to be in a commitment with. Some of you guys, you broke up with someone, but they are not accepting that. They're not accepting the fact that you ended things. Okay, tell me more. We have Capricorn and Taurus here. 10 of Cups in reverse. This person, Leo, I don't know. It's almost like they put too much importance on you in the sense that, like, because you don't want anything to do with them, it's like you took away their happiness, This person doesn't have any sort of fulfillment or happiness in their life without you. They definitely have some sort of unhealthy attachment style. How do you feel? Okay, there's too many. 2, please, for Leo. How does Leo feel? You don't trust them. And I mean, you have every right to not trust this person. I mean, first of all, they may have betrayed you in some way. But secondly, they don't respect your boundaries. when you set them, okay? They do not respect any boundaries that you're placing here. Tell me more about your feelings. The Hanged Man. You're feeling stuck, like you don't know what else to do. You've already cut this person off. You've already ghosted, blocked them. I feel like this is just making them more angry, Leo. How do they feel? So there's someone who's thinking about you, who's like obsessively thinking about you and how they can kind of control the situation. They're losing control here, Leo. We have the Ace of Wands in their feelings. They want to start over. They want to get unstuck from the situation. They feel like you put them into jail or something, you know. Some of you guys, this person could have like a criminal record or a history of I don't know. This feels a little dangerous, Leo. Be safe out there. Okay. You might have to get a restraining order against this person because I feel like they're definitely the fact that they're not like honoring your boundaries when you told them to leave you alone, like that's like a huge red flag. But it's like they've been overthinking. They feel stuck and they want to get unstuck. They want to get out of the blocked jail that you put them in. What's their true intention towards you? Run, Leo. Run far away from this person. Oh yeah, they're coming. They're coming in. They want to win you back over. They think that if you give them a chance to talk, or if they were able to see you face to face, they are pretty convinced that they're going to be able to win you over. Okay. But it's like they're coming in with this like aggression. You know, I don't like this. It feels very aggressive. I don't think they're going to be like physically aggressive. It's just that they're not taking no for an answer, that's what's scary, because I feel like you've already told them, or I feel like you've already kind of told them no, and it's almost like, well, no, I need Leo to understand. I need Leo to understand, you know, why I did this or why I did that. And you don't care. You don't care. You don't want anything to do with them. I feel like you are going to double down, Leo. The outcome here is you ghosting and them being mentally conflicted over it. They're going to find a way to reach out to you, Leo. But I feel like you're going to snap. I see an argument or like conflict coming up. This person definitely wants a confrontation. Now, this seems a little bit shady, a little bit dangerous, Leo, but I don't think they're going to do anything like harmful. I just think their behavior is not healthy. Okay, so that's what I have. We have Pisces, Capricorn, and Taurus here. Definitely not behavior of a emotionally healthy person. My allergies are better this week, you guys. Last week I was like running to the bathroom every 5 minutes to blow my nose. My cat's getting almost all of that winter fur gone. All right, next is going to be Virgo. My pain is gone, thankfully. I had sciatica. Turns out it was sciatica. I went to get acupuncture, and like it was literally a miracle how that acupuncture worked. I went for like 3 sessions, and I feel much better now. Thank you for asking. No more pain, thankfully. All right, who's thinking about Virgo? Yes, because it was very painful for me to sit down. Like I couldn't sit. It was like just torture. But I feel great now. All right, we have Ace of Swords here. Somebody's very focused on you, possibly an air sign, Virgo. There's somebody that wants to talk to you, or somebody who enjoys talking to you. Tell me more. Cancer energy showing up here. I feel like someone is getting clear on which direction they want to move in the connection between you. Okay. There's some sort of clarity coming in surrounding a situation between you and someone this week. What's the energy between you guys? The Queen of Wands. Ooh, the chemistry's off the charts, Virgo. Okay. I see a really important conversation coming up that's about to bring in a lot of clarity. You guys are going to have a discussion about the direction of this relationship. And I see things like moving forward between you and someone. Okay, someone could have a black cat here. Sunflowers could be significant to somebody. We have the Three of Cups. Okay, you and someone could be celebrating something. For some of you guys, it might be like an anniversary. I don't know, like a 1 month anniversary, a 2 month anniversary. Like it does feel like fairly new as well with that Ace of Swords energy. So, you know, it's almost like there's a conversation or an emotional check-in happening between you and someone. But I feel like you're both like on the same page here. How do you see this person, Virgo? You see them as the Judgment card, okay? Sagittarius energy. Wow, Virgo. You feel like this connection has been divinely orchestrated in some way. All right. For some of you guys, this could have been like a reconciliation energy that's happened. Like you and somebody have reconciled here, or there's been some sort of reunion between you and someone, or there's going to be. Okay. I see you very happy with this. Yeah, you're very happy. You feel very emotionally fulfilled in this connection. So yeah, for some of you, this could be like a reconciliation energy that's showing up. Again, timelines are all going to be different. So for some of you, there may have been a recent reconciliation. For others of you, the reconciliation could be coming up or could be happening now. But I'm definitely seeing that there's like it's like a celebratory energy. You and someone could be celebrating something this week. How do they see you? Hold on. How do they see? Hold on, you guys. Drop the card on the floor. We have the Ace of Cups, the King of King of Wands. They see you as very expressive about how you feel. We have a couple here, Virgo, the King and Queen of Cups. So I just feel like you guys are very much in alignment here. You both have very strong personalities. Yeah, it almost feels like a reunion energy, Virgo. Like there's some sort of unfinished business here between you and someone. Look at that. The Lovers, the World. Someone sees you as someone who has a lot of love to give. Underneath that kind of badass exterior, someone sees you as a badass, Virgo. I think you're very cool. Like you're showing up as someone who's very cool, very interesting to them, kind of a badass, but that your heart is open, you know? So you got this very unique energy about you. How do you feel? For those of you who are in a reconciliation here, I feel like someone's never forgotten about you. Yeah, you and someone are moving past something, or you're moving into the next phase of a relationship. Okay, so again, there could be like a discussion of the direction of the relationship, and it's like you both are on the same page. You're both agreeing to move in a positive direction here. I see you look fairly happy in a connection here, Virgo. And also, you guys someone could be traveling together. How do they feel? They also, wow, Virgo, this is beautiful. Someone's also feeling very happy, very lucky. Someone feels very lucky to have you, Virgo. There's like this energy of them feeling like they're glad that they took that risk. So again, if there's like a reconciliation, it's like somebody's like, damn, I'm really glad that I reached out to Virgo, because things, if this is a reconciliation, like I feel like things are looking more positive this time than they perhaps did in the past. um it feels like this person, they're feeling like the connection is evolving, or like you're both expanding here. Okay, very much showing up as power couple energy here, Virgo. What is their intention towards you? Well, damn. The Four of Wands. Somebody is definitely thinking really far ahead in the future here, Virgo. Their intention is either to quite literally marry you, or just have this like long-term stability. For some of you guys, there could be a plan for you and them to move in together. Tell me more. Seven of Cups. This person is thinking of all the different experiences you guys are going to have together in the future. I do feel like, for some of you, there's kind of this energy of them wondering, like there's a little bit of, I don't know how to say doubt, but it's almost like there's a bit of overthinking here. I do feel like someone really wants to take this to the next level, though. Like you guys have taken it to the next level, but they already know that they want to move beyond that level. Okay. For the outcome, we have the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. Damn, you've been meeting someone's family, Virgo, or like making the relationship official in some way, where it's like you're sharing with friends and family. I definitely am feeling like something's moving forward very quickly here in this connection. So it looks really good. I don't see anything here that looks like you have to worry about. In fact, it feels like you two are on the same page, wanting to move in the same direction. There could be some sort of, like I said, celebration. There could be like a celebration here where you're meeting this person's friends and family, or vice versa. You guys are going to a wedding together or something like that. So that's what I got for you. We have Cancer, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Sagittarius. All right, next up is going to be Libra, but I am going to take a little pee break in a moment here, guys. So I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let me get Libra's timestamp. Okay, Libra. Thank you for everyone hitting that like button. Appreciate you all. Who's thinking about Libra? Someone who has a sense of urgency about you. You got someone, possibly an air sign here, another air sign, Libra. There's a sense of urgency coming from somebody. You'll be dealing with someone who's very impulsive, okay? There could be a little bit of that someone like really wants to tell you something. Somebody may be wanting to tell you how they feel. This has been on their mind for a while, Libra. We have Cancer energy, a lot of air sign energy here as well. I feel like somebody may impulsively tell you how they feel. Someone's been kind of at a crossroads for a while, going back and forth in their mind, okay? I'm seeing this Four of Swords. Someone's like been really heavily in their thoughts about you. What's the energy between you and this person? This is someone there's been an ending with, or that you've been going through a difficult time with. Somebody, so for those of you, it's like you've been going through a difficult time with someone. It almost feels like they're wanting to move forward from a situation. So it's like they really, yeah, you may have walked away from someone, Libra, but it's like they don't want things to end here. They're coming in. They're coming in wanting to tell you something. And I get it. It feels like there's a sense of urgency coming from this this person. They're really wanting you guys to be able to move past something. Someone didn't think something was going to end. How do you see them, Libra? You see them as somebody who you've been repeating a cycle with. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius here. There's someone who you've been kind of going through this kind of ongoing cycle. It's been just repeating. Something's been repeating. Something's been, could be a karmic cycle for some of you, Libra. So it's like, you know, you're walking away from someone. You don't want to do something anymore. Something feels too difficult or too painful. This is the type of person that's like, well, I don't care if it's difficult, Libra. Like, I want to figure this out. Yeah. Someone keeps trying to talk to you. Someone keeps trying to tell you something, or they're going to, at least. Like, I feel like there's this, again, this urgency around this person wanting to speak to you about something. Yeah, Libra, I don't know. It's going to be hard to get rid of this person with this energy that I'm seeing here. They definitely are not taking no for an answer. How do they see you? They see you as the Knight of Cups in reverse. For some of you guys, this person may be trying to apologize to you. You may not be accepting that said apology. Tell me more. They're seeing you as stubborn. They see you as stubborn, but Libra, you're just like, I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to keep repeating a cycle. I don't want to keep doing something that feels like it's difficult and that it always ends up in you getting hurt. Because it feels like no matter how many times you give this person a chance, Libra, that you're always ending up in this same kind of cycle of being hurt, being confused. Okay? I feel like somebody, you know, they'll be willing to apologize, but the thing is, like, I'm just seeing a lot of excuses here. Like, they make a lot of excuses. They hurt you. And then it's just like the same thing every time. And it makes you crazy. Like, this is something that's making you feel like you're a crazy person, that you keep dealing with this. You're like, you know, what's that saying? I don't know if I have the exact saying right, but like, crazy is when you keep doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. That's That's what it feels like. It's almost like this energy of you're like, okay, well, we keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results, but we're getting the same results. So what's the point of doing this again? There's like this energy of you don't want to do this again. But this person, they do want to do it again. How do you feel? You're just overwhelmed. You need space. You need to get away from this person. They're giving you a damn headache here with the Four of Swords. You're over it right now. I feel like you're trying to take your power back. Okay. You know, there is a strong attraction here, but the attraction does not outweigh the stress. Like the stress from this person, the stress from this connection is definitely outweighing the attraction. This may be the type of relationship where you guys would fight and then have a lot of makeup sex, and you're just deciding that that isn't going to cut it anymore. And so because this person's used to like this same pattern that you guys have, they're expecting that you're just going to, you know, drop your defenses and you guys are just going to do that again, have the makeup sex and get back together. But you're just done. I feel like a lot of you guys have just been really in your head about this situation. How do they feel? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, they want to come back in and try again. They want another chance with you, Libra. They want to start over. Tell me more. I mean, they seem to have a heck of a lot of optimism that, excuse me, guys, that this is going to work out. Again, because you know, maybe you've given into this several times. This is a makeup type of energy that I'm seeing here. But I feel like this time you kind of made up your mind, Libra, and you don't want to repeat this cycle anymore. What's their intention? They're going to wait for you. So they'll accept the fact that you don't want them right now, but they think that you just need time. So I feel like they're waiting. Tell me more. They're waiting for you. They're pretty sure you guys are going to have a new beginning, and it feels like they're waiting. They're waiting for you to accept their apology. They're waiting for you to come back around. I don't know, Libra, if you were always the one that went back, but I wouldn't go back this time if I were you. We got the Devil and the Three of Swords as the outcome here. I feel like you guys are pretty heartbroken over this. You know, you may go back because it feels like easier to go back and try again and have some kind of hope than to deal with the pain. But you're recognizing that you're stuck in a really unhealthy pattern with someone here. And so I do feel like, you know, as much as hard as it is, it feels like you guys are finally recognizing that a relationship is not healthy for you. Although I do feel like this person's quite obsessive when it comes to you. For some of you guys, this person could be struggling with like an unhealthy habit, a bad habit, or an addiction or something. And it just feels like, you know, again, it's like a repeating pattern. Maybe it's the relationship that's showing up as the unhealthy habit or the addiction. But regardless of what it is, it feels like it's a pattern that keeps repeating. And then it's just, you don't want anything to have control over your emotions anymore. So that's what I got. We have Capricorn, Leo, Cancer, and fixed signs. Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius here. So it's going to be Scorpio. Give these a good shuffle. Okay. And get Scorpio's timestamp. At the end, we are going to do the all signs, their sign, and the hidden truth. So stick around for that or come back, check it out. I'm going to put the timestamps in the comment section at the end of the video. Scorpio, who's thinking about you? Someone you, and possibly another Scorpio. Someone that you had an ending with, Scorpio. Tell me more. Virgo energy is here. This is like somebody who you're potentially not in communication with right now. There's an ending energy, so something ended. Someone's withdrawn. You may have withdrawn from the situation, Scorpio. It definitely feels like there's two people who are doing a lot of reflecting on an ending that's occurred. It feels very dark, you know, both the energy and these cards feel very dark, you know, there's lots of dark colors, dark grays and gloomy kind of energy. So you guys are just both withdrawn from each other right now after something ended. What's the energy between you? Five of Cups. You're both missing each other. Some of you guys, okay, for some of you guys, you're missing each other. Remember, only take what resonates, leave the rest. For others of you, there's just like a lot of reflecting, a lot of feeling of regret about like how this ended. For some of you guys, it just feels like life feels so gray right now. It feels so dark. Yeah, you're not in communication with this person. Look at all the gray in these cards. Like life feels so dull without this person. Even if you don't want to be with them, it almost just feels like all the color's been sucked out of your life. Damn, Scorpio. Very gloomy energy. Gray like the skies outside today. But it just feels, we have 5-5 here as well. Fives could be significant numbers for you. But yeah, it's almost like you're just really disappointed in the way that things turned out between you and this person. Okay, how do you see them? Some of you guys, you're missing this person. You're missing each other. You're missing talking to this person. For some of you guys, this person could be in a relationship. So for some of you guys, you and someone have broken up and they're already in another relationship, or for some of you, you broke up because they're in a relationship and you possibly, you know, found out about this connection. But, oh, damn, guys, hold on. I just freaking dropped half my deck on the floor. Jesus. Just dropped all these freaking cards, so I'm not going to be taking those. Tell me more about this Ten of Pentacles. For some of you guys, you may want a reconciliation with this person. There's a part of you that wants them back, but there's a part of you that doesn't. So again, I am feeling this kind of this energy of like possibly missing someone here, but also having to accept that something's not going to play out the way that you expected, or something didn't play out the way that you expected. It's almost like there's this energy of trying, to accept that something's over, but that doesn't mean that you're not in your head about it. You guys are having these little like fantasies of wishing this person would come back. These little fleeting moments. It doesn't feel like you really want them back. For some of you, maybe you do. For some of you, it's like you're wishing they would come back and offer you what you wanted, which was a commitment. For others of you, it's almost like you're wishing this person would come back and choose you. Because again, I do see that there's a possible other relationship. For some of you guys, you're barely over this person. You found out they're with someone else and you're just like, well, what the hell? How do you move on so fast? Someone may have moved on really quickly here. How do they see you? Oh, damn. There's a lot of reconciliation energy here in how you two see each other. Someone may have just moved on to rebound, Scorpio. Okay. For others of you, again, it feels like they might already be in a relationship. and that's why things ended. Okay, and so again, if you don't resonate with that, for some of you, you see this person as the one that you thought you were going to end up with. That's why there's so much sadness here. You really put a lot of energy into this connection and seeing them as being your long-term partner here. Now they think that you're doing a lot better than you are, Scorpio. If you're like really upset, this person doesn't think you're that upset. In fact, they think that you're fairly happy right now, but they also see you as the source of their happiness. And that's why there's just so much dull and kind of gray energy here, because you brought the color into this person's life. You brought that, life force. I'm definitely seeing an energy of both of you wanting to reconcile. Tell me about how they feel. Or how you feel, sorry. How does Scorpio feel? You're definitely stuck in this kind of overthinking mode. You know you need space from this person, but your bed feels empty. Something about you missing the physical contact, missing cuddling with this person. Every time you wake up alone. I feel like mornings and night times are really hard for you guys. Okay, tell me more about this Four of Swords. There's something about being in your bed alone that's like really, you're really struggling with that, Scorpio. Damn, I'm sorry. We have the King of Wands here. Despite all this, you're trying to stand in your power. You don't want to appear to others that you're moping around. Some of you guys are kind of moping around, bed rotting a little bit. But they don't know that. They think you're happier without. They're wondering if you're happy without them. How do they feel? You're both not in the best state of minds right now, Scorpio. Both of you guys are overthinking, overanalyzing, just confused about the situation. Both of you are missing each other. They don't know what to feel right now. They don't know what to feel, but Scorpio feels like they're watching you. This Page of Swords on the bottom of the deck. Someone's definitely trying to tap into your energy, tap into what you're doing. I feel like someone could be watching you from a distance. Yeah, somebody, they're really like emotional about this. What's their intention? To keep their distance for now. Okay. Yeah, they need to keep their distance. They're also wanting to protect themselves. They're trying to protect their heart right now because you're both like super hurt over this, what happened here. I don't know what happened, but it didn't seem like it was a very good ending. I mean, there's not really a lot of good endings, but so for now, Scorpio, I just seen that they're watching you. They're watching you. Okay. They may come in with an apology, but right now they're just watching you. And I do feel like they're trying to keep their distance at this time. So I wouldn't expect an apology like immediately, but I do feel like they're watching you and they're wanting to heal the situation eventually. Okay, so that's what I have. We have Cancer, Scorpio, Virgo, Sagittarius. Speaking of Sagittarius, pretty good variety of mixed messages today in this reading. I'm not a fan when they're all like sad or negative messages, but we had a few good ones. So I'll take it. Let's see with Sagittarius what's going on. Let me just give these a good shuffle and then I'll write your timestamp. Hopefully we can get a couple more good messages. All right, Sagittarius. Thank you guys for hitting the like button. Really appreciate it. who's thinking about Sagittarius. The sun could be a Leo. It doesn't have to be. Somebody's thinking very positive thoughts about you right now, Sagittarius. There's someone here who is very optimistic about the connection. I feel like this person, I feel like they have really good energy. Like this is someone who tends to lean more on the positive side, who has really positive energy surrounding you, surrounding this connection. Someone could have kids here. There's could be someone who's really in tune with their inner child. Someone could be a gardener as well. Tell me more, please. Damn. Yeah, very positive energy, Sagittarius. There's someone whose energy towards you is that you make them extremely happy. You're like the highlight of this person's day, Sagittarius, the highlight of their week. Okay, whenever they get to talk to you or see you, I feel like there's just a lot of happiness. Like you really brighten up this person's day. What's the energy between you and them? King of Pentacles. Okay. Feels very grounded, very stable. This is somebody that you feel like you can rely on. Okay, someone here showing up is very financially stable. We have Earth sign energy showing up. There could be a bit of an age difference, but this is a connection that feels like very, like I said, grounded. It almost feels like you two are very responsible. Okay, we have the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Something's really growing here. I feel like this is a connection that has a lot of potential, Sagittarius. This is moving towards commitment. If it's not already a commitment, it's moving in that direction, okay? Someone who knows how to pursue you in a healthy way. How do you see this person? I feel like you're going out on a lot of dates with someone. They really look forward to going out on these dates. This is someone who knows how to dress really well too. Like they got great style, Sagittarius. We have 6 of Cups here. For some of you guys, this could be somebody that you recently reconciled with, okay? If that doesn't resonate with you, the 6 of Cups is also kind of like an energy of feeling like kindred spirits, you know, feeling almost like a bit of a soulmate energy, a soul tie, or there's something very like familiar about this person. For some of you, you reconciled with this person, but you didn't date them before. You just knew them or you knew of them, but now you and this person have something going on. Tell me more about this, how you see them. The Judgment card. Yeah, strong reconciliation energy here. Or strong energy that it almost feels like this is a divine union, Sagittarius. Feels like this connection really brings like purpose into your life. Tell me about how they see you. Again, I feel like you and this person, why it feels like reconciliation energy, again, for some of you it is, but for others of you, it's like you and this person have like crossed each other's paths before, and now you're in this connection here. Okay, we have in their view of you the Temperance card and the Queen of Cups. We have a lot of your energy in this reading as well, so you could be dealing with another Sagittarius. But you're definitely being seen as someone who's very emotionally open, Sagittarius, very receptive, okay? Very patient person. You have this kind of angelic vibe about you, Sagittarius. I don't know why that's coming to me, but it's almost like there's something about you that's just very comforting. You know, this person sees you as someone who's very comforting, easy to talk to, a good listener. You know, you're showing up as someone who's very compassionate, empathetic. It's almost like, again, this like angelic kind of vibe that you have. I really do feel, though, Sagittarius, that like this is some sort of divine union. I mean, we got this like Judgment, Temperance, like the angels on both of these cards. It almost feels like your spirit guides or your ancestors are like watching over this connection. How do you feel? This feels fated. This feels fated to you, Sagittarius. This feels absolutely like a fated connection. Okay. And you feel like the energy is reciprocated. So however you feel, it feels like, that person reciprocates the energy, reciprocates the love, reciprocates the joy, the happiness. This connection feels really beautiful, Sagittarius. You know, it's like this person is the type to send you all the good morning texts, the good night texts. It's like you hear from them all day. You don't need reassurance because they just automatically give it to you. Tell me about how they feel towards you. Damn, the devil. Okay, why the devil? I'm a little obsessed with you. You know what's funny, the Sagittarius? This connection feels like the reason why you don't need to ask for reassurance is because this person might be a little tad bit obsessive and clingy. So you don't need to ask for reassurance because they give it to you all the time, but they're doing it because they're the one that kind of needs the reassurance. So by them keeping track of everything that you're doing, not keeping track, but like constantly being in communication with you, it's like their way of giving themselves reassurance of the connection. Like they're someone who really likes to have your attention, really likes to give you attention. But I do feel like underneath all of that, kind of what feels healthy, there could be an underlying unhealthy attachment here. Someone's very anxious, Sagittarius. I feel like they have a lot of anxiety with Capricorn energy here. So it's almost like by them constantly giving you the reassurance, it gives them that sense of control. You know what I mean? So there's kind of, it's like it feels healthy on the surface. And I'm not saying it's unhealthy, but there's kind of an underlying like anxiety that's driving this person. What's their intention? Which could pose as a problem later. It doesn't have to be, Their intention is the King of Cups. So I don't feel like this person's coming from like a place where, it's causing any problems. Like they actually really like you. They're really trying to be emotionally mature about this. And this is someone who is emotionally available and open. We have a couple here as well, the King and Queen of Cups. So there's just a lot of emotion here. Okay. Yeah, the Emperor. So the thing is, this person, it's like certain things that they do is their way of like staying in control of the situation emotionally. So there is kind of, like I said, possibly an underlying sort of insecurity here that's being driven by anxiety. What's the outcome for this week? The Ace of Cups. Beautiful. I'm seeing like more emotional expression coming from this person. Okay, they may open up to you about their struggles, their emotional struggles here. Okay, there's something they want to talk to you about, something they want to express to you. The thing is, they're not giving. They know they're a little crazy, so they got all these 7 cups that they're kind of like analyzing. This is everything that's going on in their brain. Well, you're only getting this 1 cup, Sagittarius. So you're not seeing beneath the surface of this person. And again, I don't necessarily feel like this is like a terrible thing, but they may open up to you a little bit about their emotional struggles. They're giving you reassurance, but like I said, it's actually because they're the one that needs it. So that's what I have. We have Aries here, Capricorn, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, Sagittarius. Okay. Next up is going to be Capricorn. me get your timestamp. All right, Capricorn. Who is thinking about my Capricorn collective? Who's thinking about Capricorn? Somebody who is interested in you. Okay, somebody's very focused on you, Capricorn. I definitely see someone who's showing interest here. It could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Tell me more, please. Someone wants things to move forward. Someone wants something to progress between you. I do feel like there's someone who wants to communicate with you, Capricorn, or someone who wants to communicate more with you. There's someone here who's not only interested in you, but there's a ton of excitement. Like, again, they hold you in very high regard here, Capricorn. They're very like focused on you. Like, you have all of this person's attention. What's the energy between you and this person? The Nine of Cups. Okay, so this is someone who you feel very emotionally satisfied with, someone who you feel very happy with. Okay. Four of Wands. This is a connection. We also have the Page of Wands here. I feel like you're exploring a connection that has a really strong potential to lead towards a commitment here. Beautiful, Capricorn, beautiful. Feels like you and someone are really starting to build on a solid foundation, creating security, emotional security within a relationship here. How do you see them? The Four of Cups. Why do you see them as the Four of Cups? Cancer energy showing up. You might see this person as someone who comes off as a little insecure, Capricorn. They're very focused on you, okay? But there's something that's showing up here for you is that you might think that this person is more interested in you than you think they are, okay? There's a part of you that's like not sure if they want to move forward with this, but I feel like there's a conversation coming up. And I feel like, this person actually really does want things to move forward. You almost see them, though, as that they're kind of like, you're not sure, like, what direction they want to move in with this connection. But I feel like that's going to be becoming more clear to you very soon. How do they see you? Yeah, they like you more than you think they do, Capricorn. The energy between you is the Nine of Cups, which is this kind of like independent emotional happiness. So when they see you as the Ten of Cups, that is the domestic happiness. That is like the emotional fulfillment where, you have someone in your life who you're feeling emotionally fulfilled with. This person sees you as someone who brings a lot of emotional fulfillment into their life. Tell me more. How do they see you? Damn, Capricorn. The Magician and the Empress. They feel like they see you as the person they manifested. They see you as their divine counterpart, Capricorn. You cannot change this person's mind. They may not have fully revealed all this to you yet, because again, you sense some of this kind of, I don't know, like, did you reject this person or did they reject you in the past? But I don't see that happening now. I'm seeing somebody who has a strong desire for you. And again, they hold you in very high regard, Capricorn. This person sees your worth and sees your value. They also see you as someone who's very beautiful. Okay, you're showing up as very abundant energy. This person may think so this is where the insecurities kind of stemming from here, Capricorn, is possibly this person places you so high on a pedestal that they may think or fear that you're too good for them. So that could be where that kind of like I said, insecure feeling is stemming from. How do you feel about this person? They're wondering, Capricorn, how they scored someone like you. They really cherish you. Okay, we have the Hierophant here. You do see this as someone who you could potentially be with for the long term. This could be a connection that leads to marriage, okay? The funny thing is, they don't give themselves enough credit. Capricorn, if you knew how rare it was to see the Emperor and the Empress show up in a reading together, you think the kings and queens are power couples? Well, this is divine freaking union. This is divine feminine, divine masculine energy. So what's funny is this person sees you as the divine counterpart, but they may have insecurity in themselves and wonder if they're good enough for you. Well, in your feelings, you feel like they are. So they don't see themselves through your eyes, you know? They definitely hold you way above them. But it's showing up to me like these are two people who are divine counterparts here. Tell me about their feelings. Damn, Capricorn, the Knight of Cups. They really, really, really like you. They're definitely deciding that they want to pursue this. Ace of Cups. I see some sort of emotional expression coming in from this person. Okay. They definitely are. Excuse me, guys. Sorry, let me grab some water. They're definitely crushing on you, though. Yeah, damn, Capricorn. This person really likes you. They really like you. I feel like they're wanting to like open up to you more on an emotional level. There's like major like love here for you. What's their intention? Okay, there's too many there, and lucky because I saw a 7 of freaking swords. These cards are old, so sometimes they get like just a chunk of cards flying out together. So they would like to express something and further explore the connection with you, Capricorn. They're a little hesitant here. They definitely want to invest in this, but they're a little scared. You know, this is kind of cute though. It's kind of cute if someone is a little nervous to express their emotions to you. So it feels that way. It feels like someone's kind of nervous to like open up, but they want to. What's the outcome? Temperance. Beautiful. I feel like this connection is very harmonious. It's like, you know, you're gonna have some patience with this person. I feel like they're gonna try to open up to you. You're gonna tell them there's no need to rush. Okay, there's a lot of positive energy here, Capricorn. I'm seeing a very optimistic future for the two of you, where marriage and kids, if that's what you want, could be definitely be in the cards here. This is quite beautiful. So that's what I've got. We got Leo, Aries, Taurus, Libra, Cancer. Gemini is here as well. Next up will be Aquarius. How's everybody doing with this Aries freaking stellium right now? Bernadette, hello. I've been having like random ass energy spurts throughout the week, but then as soon as the new moon came in, you guys, I was just like cooked, like so tired. I also keep waking up at 3:30 in the morning and thinking that it's like 6:30. And then I look at the time and I'm like tripping out because I feel like I slept for I feel like I slept a full night and it's like 3:30 a.m. Wild. Aquarius. Who's thinking about Aquarius? We have the Three of Wands here. Somebody who's possibly at a distance from you. Tell me more. Knight of Wands. Fire sign energy showing up strongly here for you, Aquarius. So there's somebody who is at a distance from you. There could be somebody here whose energy feels inconsistent, okay? This feels like someone who kind of comes in and out of your life, Aquarius. Sometimes they act distant, sometimes they act interested, but regardless of that, the energy is very flighty. It's showing up as very inconsistent here. Someone may have red hair. Tell me more. What's the energy between you and this person? When you guys are in communication, I mean, excuse me, I feel like there's a lot to talk about. This is someone who you feel like you two recognize parts of yourself in this person, but it just feels like their energy is very flighty. Like when you're when you feel close with this person, you feel close. Like there's so much to talk about, you know, and then they kind of disappear on you. This is definitely, and I feel like for some of you guys, you don't even really notice it that much because you might be someone who's just very popular yourself, Aquarius. You have a lot of people you're talking to, but it is like an energy of someone who's just kind of in and out of your life. They're not really showing, like they're showing up as kind of unstable here. How do you see them? They make you anxious. They make you anxious a little bit, Aquarius. Or you see them as somebody who has a lot of anxiety. I definitely think you're, oops, sorry guys, 1,000 cards decided to come out. And you're like overthinking the person a little bit because again, like it feels like when you guys talk, there's this like strong sense of closeness between you. This is someone who you consider a friend, Aquarius. Could be like a friends with benefits situation for some of you, or like a situationship. But it's like every time they come into your life, you may be thinking something's going to happen and then they kind of disappear or distance themselves. And so you're just like, all right, what does this mean? How do you see, or sorry, how do they see you? This could be someone who travels a lot, travels for work. They see you as someone who is very emotionally mature. You have this like this emotional security about yourself, Aquarius. You show up to them as someone who is commitment material. The funny thing is they're not commitment material. They are definitely not commitment material, but you are, and they know this. They are quite aware of the fact that you're someone who deserves better than them. That's why they don't stick around, because they're not in that energy, not willing to be in that energy. How do you feel? You're wanting to go silent on this person. You're tired of them being the one calling the shots so they can just kind of come in and out of your life. Yeah, you're kind of overthinking the situation right now, because every time like you're fine without them, Aquarius, but whenever they kind of show up back in your life, it really gets you like in your head. Okay. And you also feel like they're hiding something. Like you're like, where do they go when they become distant? Like, what are they doing? Where are they going? Who are they talking to? You know, starting to like really get to your head about like, there's just too much uncertainty with this connection. Look at the bottom of the deck, damn. The moon, too much uncertainty. You don't really know like what the point of this person coming in and out of your life is. Definitely like getting you kind of overthinking whenever they come back around. How do they feel? I mean, they're interested in you, but again, they're showing up as non-committal. So, you know, that's why they're in and out. Yeah, the Death card. Yeah, they're not really. This is the player energy, Aquarius. This is not someone who's planning on sticking around, but they're thinking about you. So if you haven't been in communication with this person, you can bet your ass they're probably going to reach out to you soon. Tell me about their intention. The Star, you are their intention. Okay. They definitely want to come back in and quote unquote heal the connection, but then they're going to disappear again. So nothing's really changing in this connection, Aquarius. I feel like this person's been spying on you, watching you. All right, they're planning their comeback. Somebody's trying to come back in. You got ghosts on this person. Their next action is the King of, or sorry, yeah, the outcome is the King of Pentacles. Tell me more. See, the part that confuses you, and like rightfully so, Aquarius, is that this person, they come back in and they put in this like level of effort. And so you think like, because they're putting in effort, that means that possibly something is going to develop, but it doesn't, you know? So again, it just feels like, well, if you're going to come in my life and just be in and out, just be honest about what you want, you know? If you want to come in and hook up and leave, some of you guys are okay with that. So some of you are like, all right, we can do that. But don't like pretend that you're going to commit to me. Don't pretend that you're going to be putting in all this effort. It's like all of a sudden you're putting in all this effort and then you just disappear again, right? It's just this, I don't like this, Aquarius. This is, you deserve so much better. And you know it. They know it. So why do you keep doing this? We got your energy, Scorpio, Pisces, and Taurus here. God, I think I know who this is for me, and I really don't want them to reach out to me. If there is someone like that, there's definitely someone like that I know. But I have not been giving them the time of day for the last few times they've reached out. So I do often question if they'll ever reach out again because they're not getting shit from me. All right, next up is going to be Pisces. One more shuffle here. Okay. Stick around, you guys, because we're going to do their sign after this, and we're going to do the hidden truth for all the signs. So, who is thinking about Pisces? You're going to live up to your nickname this week, Spicy Pisces. Who's thinking about Pisces? Somebody who is wanting to make plans with you, Pisces. There's someone here who wants to reach out, but they don't know what to say. Hold on. Tell me more. Okay, their energy towards you is the Queen of Pentacles. Somebody here feels like, okay, it's possible earth or fire sign here, but someone feels like they can rely on you. I don't know, they're kind of like observing you from a distance, Pisces. Somebody overthinks every text they send you. Somebody's, why am I getting this? Somebody's like using ChatGPT to respond to you, like to help with their answers because they want to come off as more grounded. What's the energy between you and this person? Okay, with the Seven of Cups. This could be a little emotional confusion. So yeah, somebody here is like typing in your conversations to chat GPT to try to get a better read on things here, Pisces. This is funny. The King of Pentacles. There's like a weird energy here because it's almost like 1 minute it feels very grounded. And we have a couple here, the King and Queen of Pentacles. We got a lot of those today in today's reading, but it's almost like, you know, 1 minute it feels very grounded and stable, and the next minute it's like confusing. Okay, so it's like this person is definitely like consulting chat to try to decipher your messages here. How do you see this person, Pisces? Six of Cups, Queen of Wands. Okay. This could be someone you recently reconciled with, Pisces, or that you're about to reconcile with. That could be why they're overthinking sending you a message or reaching out here. You're definitely seeing this person as somebody you have someone you got history with. And it's someone you also are very attracted to. There's kind of a magnetic energy around this person. Okay, there's someone, they can have a black cat, Pisces. They don't have to. But it feels like somebody is, you know, you see them, they come off as confident, but that's because they're asking chat to give them responses that make them sound confident. Those responses, if you're wondering, you're like, that sounds very crafted by a robot. You are absolutely right about that, Pisces. This person, they're kind of, you know, also for some of you guys, if you're sending like, they may want to send you a risky text or like a spicy text. Okay, live it up to your name, Spicy Pisces. They may want to send you like a risky text. Again, I don't trust anything this person says because they're definitely like a lot of what they say is not coming from them. Okay, how do they see you? I don't like that. It's like they're looking at, I will also feel like this person's looking up like ways to flirt with Pisces, or like, I don't know, they're looking up stuff about your sign, or they're looking up stuff about you, or they're trying to look up lines that they can use on you. Like they have no originality, Pisces. Yeah, what they're doing all this freaking research. They don't know how to talk to people, or they don't know how to talk to the people they're interested in. Maybe they get a little shy. I don't know. This is funny, but they're definitely like watching you. I got this for one of the other signs, but I feel like someone could be looking at like the accounts you follow on social media, trying to find out what you're interested in. And like they're trying to almost like curate all of their responses to make it like suit you. So it's like they're really showing up as being a little fake here, Pisces. Like this person is not showing up as being authentic in any way. Tell me more. Okay, hold on. 9,000 cards want to come out. Tell me more about how they see you. They're conflicted. This may be, like I said, if you have history with this person, this could be somebody that you've gotten in like a lot of fights with in the past. I feel like they're trying to avoid conflict here. But when I tell you they're curating their responses to kind of fit what they think you want so that you guys don't get in a fight, it's like they, you know, I don't like this because again, there's like lacking authenticity and like it's not genuine. Like, it's like, well, I have to stay this way and like cater to Pisces and, you know, relate to them. Like they want to be relatable to you, but it's like fake, you know, they can't do this forever. What happens when like eventually what are they going to do? They get you and then the rest of the relationship they have to quite literally like, you're not even in a relationship with this person, Pisces. You're in a relationship with freaking Chat GPT at this point. How do you feel? Pay attention to how they say things. It seems, like I said, too rehearsed or curated. You're very protective of yourself when it comes to this person. Okay. You're not necessarily letting them all the way in at this point. So again, there is like a lot of confusion here showing up. You don't trust them, Pisces. We have the Seven of Swords flew on the floor. 7-7. 7-7-7 could actually be significant numbers for you. We have 3 sevens here. So look out for those numbers. But yeah, it feels like you don't trust this person. And again, rightfully so. Because there's something like that's something your intuition is setting off the alarm here. And again, it's that lack of authenticity. Tell me about their feelings towards you. They really like you. I mean, that's why they're doing all this. But again, it's like it doesn't make it right. You know, you want someone who you have a natural chemistry with, not ChatGPT chemistry with. Yeah, they're interested. So it's like they're using too much strategy here. And I feel like you guys are intuitive enough to kind of pick up on this. Like you're sensing that they're being very strategic. Tell me about their intention. They don't want to be left out in the cold. You may have like ghosted this person before. It almost feels like they're for some of you guys, be careful. Please listen to your intuition about this person, because it almost feels like they're trying to like hook you in so that they can ghost. If you ghosted this person in the past and you're like reconciling with them, they may be trying to play like mental games, playing mind games with you. What's the outcome? This is weird. Yeah, somebody is doing this shit on purpose. That's why they can't say anything authentic, because they don't mean anything they say. I don't like this energy, Pisces. I don't know. Don't send this person anything. I'm not accusing you of being the type to like send spicy pictures, but if you are, don't send anything to this person, because I don't feel like they're being genuine. They're not being freaking genuine here. They might try to get you hooked so that they can ghost you after. There's a weird energy. This person is fucking weird, Pisces. Oh my God, I don't like this. But that's what I have. We have Capricorn here. That's the only major arcana. Capricorns can hold grudges, Pisces, so you might want to be careful with that energy, okay? All right, let's do their sign. Let me give these a good shuffle before we do that. All right. Let me get the timestamp. All right, so this is if you are dealing with this sign. So for my collective, if you are dealing with an Aries, the Aries feels like you guys got unfinished business. You may be shocked. An Aries is about to come back into your life here. The Taurus, they want to move past an argument or a fight here. There's a sense of urgency. This Taurus may impulsively say something to you or do something. The Gemini, okay, there's a Gemini here who they're hoping you're single, but I don't trust this person. See, I didn't shuffle these cards very good because these two came out for the last 2 cards in Pisces. I mean, I feel like this person is attached to you, but they want to be single. Like they like you, they're kind of obsessed with you, but there's this like energy of them like, well, I don't want to like be with anyone, I want to be single. The Cancer is overwhelmed with joy, apparently. The Leo likes you. They want to take inspired action towards you. The Virgo is interested. They're hoping that you two can come to some sort of compromise, or there's a Virgo that wants to work with you on something. The Libra wants to have a conversation about commitment. The Scorpio, they're wanting to confess something to you. Also, they want a new beginning. The Sagittarius, there is conflicts between you guys. I feel like they're being a little selfish in this conflict. The Capricorn's got some strong boundaries. They want to reconcile, but they have like boundaries. Like they're not really like they want to reconcile with you, but they're having a hard time letting you in. The Aquarius is protecting their reputation. And the Pisces is feeling stuck. They want to reach out to you, but they don't know what to say. Okay, and hidden truth for all the signs. Let me get your timestamp. Okay, so again, same thing. If you're dealing with an Aries, what is Aries' hidden truth, please? The Aries could not let you get close to them. They're not over you, though. Taurus feels like just being near you is intoxicating. They wish they had treated you better. The Gemini hides their feelings and they hope you can forgive them one day. The Cancer would do it all again. You were the best thing in their life. The Leo wants to feel that way again. They feel you even though you're apart. The Virgo, finding out the truth crushed them. It's time for them to heal now. The Libra knows that you don't feel the same. They're wondering if they still have a chance. The Scorpio still has feelings for you. They still feel the pain. The Sagittarius misses hearing your voice, watches your social media. The Capricorn doesn't know what you want. They also don't know what comes next. The Aquarius wishes they could share their good news with you. You came closer than anyone. Was that Sag or Cap? Okay, well, if it's Cap, you're getting two messages. It was their fault, but they blamed you. They feel you leaving them behind. The Aquarius buries himself in work to forget you. They don't know why something happened. And the Pisces loves you unconditionally, but they're not available. So that's what I got. I hope you guys enjoyed the messages today. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you do enjoy my content, you might want to hit the follow button too so you can get notified when I post. Thank you to everyone who does engage with and support my content. It does not go unnoticed. It means a lot to me. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend. Bye.